If you ask many today about the American dream, they'd say it's, well, been redefined if it exists at all. And for those looking for an alternative when it comes to their investments or financial planning, our next guest may have just what you're looking for. Dutch Mendenhall is the author of Money Shackles and has some tried and true methods to help those looking to build their wealth without wanting to hop on the stocks and bonds roller coaster. Dutch, via Zoom, joining us now. Good morning. How are you?
Good morning. Good morning, my man. I had a wonderful guest from your home from Michigan, Tudor Dixon, at my most recent conference. So I was texted her this morning and said I was going to be on live with you here on Fox. So I'm pumped up to be able to share with you guys.
Yeah, we want to hear about this concept, the money shackles concept. How am I being shackled by money?
Well, I just think from the time people are kids, they're not taught how to do the step-by-step process in order to break free. You know, the people that founded our country, the people that are behind big money, right? There's a system and a process to it. And I'm a person that comes from living on my own at 16, having my first car repossessed at 18, another one repossessed at 24. But by 30 years old, I was making great income, great money. By 40 years old, I'd become a multimillionaire, and by 44 years old, we've built a $250 million portfolio. So step by step, for people to be able to unlock that financial dream for themselves, because money is one part of the American dream, but having kids, right, living a family life is another big part of the American dream. But if you don't know how to teach your own children this step-by-step process because you haven't done it for yourself in order to unlock that, then you're really handicapping their future.
For those who hear the term alternative investment and don't know what that means, could you just define it for us?
Yeah, I love that question. It's one of the best questions any of the hosts have asked me, you know, that while we've been going around sharing the book. And it's amazing that so many people just live in Wall Street, right? They give their money to a financial planner or a financial advisor who's never been wealthy, who's never really had money, who hasn't retired themselves. And how somebody who's never been wealthy, never retired, going to tell you what to do with your money, right? The reality is the alternative investment world is about real estate, right? It's about the compounding effect. It's about using leverage. It's about certain private equity funds, right? A lot of Americans were handcuffed by the accredited, non-accredited discrimination that went on in America for a long time. And the Jobs Act in 2012 opened up an array of investments to everyday Americans. The whole crowdfunding industry didn't exist prior to 2012. So now there's investments that Americans can make. They can stay away from Wall Street. They can get bigger tax advantages from it. There's just so many things that are out there for them, right? They can use their 401ks. They can use their IRAs, right? You yourself could start paying your two daughters, Todd, and save on taxes every single year and start building their future versus having to pay the money to the government or to Uncle Sam. And I'm all about paying my taxes, but at the same time, I should only pay the amount that I have to, that I need to.
Absolutely. There's a lot of advice. I was going through the different points of your book, and you cover a wide array of advice. So let's talk about the kids. Let's talk about a high school senior, right? Going into college, looking at all that college debt in his or her face. What advice would you give them?
Well, it's interesting. You know, I have a 7 and 8 year old, right? And I'm already planning for their future, right? My 7 and 8 year old already own their first house. But what would I tell an 18-year-old that's trying to figure this out? Number one, right? Change your exchange. Make sure that you're not trading time for money, that you're not trading dollars for hours. Because when you start doing that, you're simply handcuffing yourself to what the limitations of what society will put you into from finances. I disagree with a lot of the other financial gurus that are out there where they say, hey, you have to start putting your first $10 into an investment account or a savings account, or you have to start. No, the first money an 18-year-old needs to invest into is into themselves, right? Expanding their ability to earn more income, earn more wealth, right? You and I both know your ability to present, right, on the show today is a skill that you've learned, that you've trained, that you've manicured in order to take care of people, in order to engage people, right? And so no matter what their skill set is, if it was development, if it was design, if it was creative, if it was the ability to negotiate and really communicate with people, they've got to invest in that ability to expand their ability to earn, because earning more money allows you to invest more money. And so that would always be my first step to an 18-year-old, is really take the time to invest in yourself, get the knowledge, get the education, get the resources you need. But the advice to an 18-year-old is no different than advice to a 30-year-old who's struggling financially, or a 40-year-old who doesn't quite have retirement figured out, or even a 50-year-old who doesn't have retirement figured out, right? They have to invest in their knowledge base in order to expand their ability to earn, so they expand their ability to make great investments.
Investing in yourself so you can invest wisely. I see where this is going. So you've got some really good insights into practical strategies. Is there a place that we can go for more information, a website maybe?
Yeah, you can go to DutchMendenhall.com. That's DutchMendenhall. I'm sure you guys will throw it on the screen, but you also could go to MoneyShackles.com, which is maybe a little easier for people to remember if they're just hearing the audio. But yeah, man, we also have a workbook in there that has checklists. And so when you go to look at an investment, like if your friend's cousin says, hey, I have this AI company you should invest into, right? You have a checklist to check. Like, is it a unicorn? Has it already done an existed business? Does it have profits, right? You go through the checklist and you're going to know, is this an investment that is lower on the risk bucket or higher on the risk bucket? But what's the right decision to make? You're going to make investments your whole life. We never stop.
I love it, Dutch. DutchMendenhall.com or MoneyShackles.com for more information. And I love that there's a worksheet. So if like people are saying to you all the time, hey, there's this great stock you should, or whatever you should invest in, you can check and see if that's a valid or solid investment. DutchMendenhall.com. We'll be right back.